So I just wanted to briefly go over the instructions on how to do your posts for your discussions. So first of all, if you notice, you will be able to access the topic of discussion in one of two ways. It's always going to be in your unit folder, which is shown here, where you have the PowerPoints. So you can just go into the unit folder for that particular week. You'll have the PowerPoints for that class. And notice at the very bottom, you have the assignment for the discussion for the week. So the first week is fairly simple. I just want you to introduce yourself to the rest of the group, talk a little bit about who you are, what you do, both academic and personal, just to get to know each other. All right, so this would also be where you upload the summary of your entire group. So you're only uploading one summary per group. So each week you need to talk about who's going to be responsible for uploading that summary Sunday night. That person would just click here. So after everybody has been discussing the whole week, and notice this is where you can actually upload the assignment. Notice these are titled Disc for discussion, and then this is what's going to change every week. Every week you have a different topic. So you would just come down here, and then here you can upload preferably either a Word document or a PDF. So I can actually open it in Blackboard. Okay, so this is where you submit the final summary for everybody's discussion. All right, but let's go back and see where you would actually have the discussion. So I'm going to go back to class materials, and this is where you have this Welcome to Starbucks link. Now I can't show you on mine because I'm not part of the groups, so I have a different role in Blackboard. But if you clicked here, okay, this is where you would actually see, so again on mine I'm going to have to access it a little bit differently. You would go directly to one of these pages where you see your particular group, and you're only able to see your group, okay? And so here, notice again, you have that same link that we clicked on right now where you have the actual assignment. So you can also upload it here. And every week you would have a different one. So you can either, once again, access it directly from the unit folder, or if you click on your particular group from the Welcome to Starbucks link, you would see it at the very bottom as well. Okay, and again, this is where you would upload the final summary for your group. Now for the weekly discussion, then the idea is that it's a discussion, so there's conversation going back and forth between the members of your group. So that would happen in the discussion board. So you can think of the discussion board as kind of your space for your, kind of like a chat room almost for your group to talk. You also have access to file exchange. So this is where, once the work is put together, if you want the other members of your group to approve or to see if they have any changes, you can upload files this is for your group work, okay? This is not the final one that I get to see, so I don't check this one. This is for you guys if you want to go back and forth looking at different versions of that final one that you're going to upload. You also have access to Collaborate. So this is another working space. You can actually do video discussions there if you want. If you have computers with, or even on your phones, with a video camera or just to talk to each other, you can also do it through here. But the actual discussion then takes place here. So if you click on discussion board, again, you would see this particular space, and again, this is kind of like a chat room where you would talk to each other. You would just see your particular group here. And here, notice this is where I posted my introduction to all of your groups. So this is where you would create a new thread. This is why I mean every week create a new one. I created the first one and I called it introductions because that was the topic of the week. So next week I won't do it for you. Now the first person in your group to come into this space, and let's see, next week we'll have a different topic, then you would just create a new thread, and that creates a new space for the topic of that particular week. And the main purpose of that is just to be able to keep everything organized, because otherwise everything would go here. Then as different people start to communicate back and forth, if you want to go back to the postings for that particular topic, it gets very complicated if they're all mixed in together. So it just makes more sense to create a thread for each particular week with the title of the topic for that week. And again, this is where then you would go in and you start to talk to each other. So hopefully you do it early in the week so that people have time to respond to that particular post and to get the discussion and, you know, the links or the references or the whatever it is that we're talking about for that week. That's where it would be taking place early in the week. So by Friday, you should really be wrapping up, not barely chiming in with your group. By Friday, it should be finalized so that the person that you guys chose for that particular week to upload your summary would then have enough time between Saturday and Sunday to put it all into one cohesive paper. So remember, the paper needs to flow. So I don't want you to just copy paste what everybody said. It would be like an actual scientific paper. Again, the first week is introduction, so it really doesn't apply to the first week. But after that, it needs to flow with all the information that everybody was able to gather up for that particular topic into one flowing paper. And that's why I said if you want to share it with the other members of your group before you upload it in the final form, that way everybody has a say on whether you should add or delete or whatever. The whole group should have an impact since you're turning in for a grade together. All right, so let me know if you have any questions or if there's something that's still not clear. Remember, you can message me, you can text me, you can call me, okay? So good luck with that, and I look forward to reading everybody's introductions.